That moment of deja vu you just had, maybe it wasn't a coincidence. Maybe it was just the video game lagging. Sup, freaks? Paul Daniel, your awkward software engineer, and this is NeonFreak Byte, where we tackle the topics that shake your reality. Because I'm pretty sure that my last update contained a question everything patch. And today, reality is on the chopping block. Today, The Matrix wasn't just a movie. We're asking if your reality is a sophisticated program, and if so, who or what is the programmer? You're in the right place if that intrigues you. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe. All right? Let's get weird and bite this. Simulation theory. It sounds like something ripped straight from a Philip K. Dick novel, or, obviously, The Matrix. The idea that our universe, everything we perceive as reality, is actually an artificial construct, a massively sophisticated computer simulation created by some higher intelligence, or maybe our own far future descendants. It's crazy, right? Well, maybe not as crazy as you might think. Some very smart people, from philosophers like Nick Bostrom to physicists and tech billionaires, take this idea very seriously. And the arguments for it? They're just compelling enough to make your reality shimmer. So, what makes them think our reality might be a digital fake? Well, one of the main arguments comes down to probability. Assume for a moment that any civilization advanced enough to create truly convincing, conscious simulations of reality, simulations indistinguishable from base reality, would likely run many such simulations, billions, trillions perhaps, for research, entertainment, or to simulate their own ancestors. That's us. What if I told you the odds say you're living in a computer simulation right now? The argument is terrifyingly simple. If any civilization, anywhere, can create many perfect simulated realities, then you, me, everyone we know, we're almost certainly just lines of code. How does your sense of reality handle that little bombshell? Then there are clues from physics itself, the so-called glitches in the matrix that proponents point to. When you drill down to the quantum level, the universe starts to look suspiciously digital. Energy, matter, even space-time don't seem to be infinitely smooth and continuous. They come in discrete units, quanta, like the pixels on a screen or the clock speed of a processor. Think about it. Quantum physics, with particles blinking in and out of existence, only having definite properties when observed? Is that true reality or just incredibly efficient code rendering our world on a need-to-know basis? Saving processing power. Is your universe optimized for performance? Some physicists have even proposed experiments to look for an underlying grid structure to space-time, or evidence of computational shortcuts in the laws of physics, which could be telltale signs of a simulated reality. The implications, if this is true, are profoundly personal and reality-shattering. What does it mean for your free will? Are your choices genuinely your own? Or are you just following a complex script, your actions predetermined by the simulation's code? Who are the simulators? What is their purpose for us? Are we an experiment? A historical reenactment for future beings? A very advanced, very immersive video game for some higher dimensional entities? If this is all a game, who are the developers? Benevolent gods? Bored teenagers in a higher dimension? Or are we just a forgotten science experiment running in some cosmic university's basement? The answer dictates whether we're cherished creations or totally expendable code. But it's not all existential dread. There is a flip side, an exciting, almost empowering angle. If we are in a simulation, that means there are rules. There's a source code. Could we theoretically understand those rules well enough to hack the simulation? Could we learn to manipulate the parameters of our own reality? Maybe even find an exit? Or at least a way to communicate with the simulators? The idea is both terrifying and, let's be honest, a massive lure for any curious mind. Imagine discovering the underlying operating system of existence itself. What powers would that unlock for you? Of course, the theory faces huge challenges. The sheer computational power needed to simulate a universe like ours with every particle and interaction is mind-bogglingly immense. possibly beyond even what a highly advanced civilization could muster. And the biggest problem? How do you test it? If the simulation is perfect, any experiment we run, any evidence we find could itself just be part of the simulation, designed to make us think we're discovering something. It's a philosophical Mobius strip. And here's a truly unsettling thought. Forget an afterlife in the traditional sense. What if your consciousness just gets deleted when the simulation ends? Or your character file is closed? Or worse, rebooted into a new, even weirder scenario without your memories? The ultimate loss of control. If our universe is a simulation, what about concepts like the soul or an afterlife? Could they just be subroutines for character data persistence or a cleverly designed next level within the program? Does that make these profound human hopes less real if they're just part of the code you inhabit? Could we communicate with the simulators? If we became consciously aware enough of the simulation's nature, could you send a message upwards to whatever intelligence is running this cosmic game? What would you even ask? Are you hiring? Or please don't unplug the server? What if our simulation is just one of many, nested inside others like digital Russian dolls? Is there a base reality at the very top, or is it simulations all the way down, an infinite regress of faked existences? The thought itself can make you feel like your brain's glitching. If we learn to manipulate the simulation from within to hack reality, what are the ethical implications for you and everyone else? Do you have the right to alter the source code if it affects every other conscious being in the program? Who decides what changes are made, especially if most people don't even know they're in a simulation? So yeah, the idea that our entire existence might be an elaborate piece of code running on some cosmic hard drive is pretty freaky. If you found definitive proof we're in a simulation, would you try to break out or just try to enjoy the game? Tell me in the comments. I promise I'll respond to as many of you as I can. Want more Neon? More of me? Please hit like and subscribe to the channel. I need you. Yes, you. Come join me in the Freak Show. Next time we're taking a bite out of UFOs. But are they aliens? So brace yourself, stay curious, and always remember, you're a fucking freak. And in my mind, that's the best thing to be.